Hello dear students. We are in the chapter Animal Kingdom. All of you like to learn about the animals which are surrounding us, right? We all are very interested to know about the surrounding, and many of you might have selected the biology subject is because of this, to learn about our surrounding. So Animal Kingdom, in that what are many phylum we have to study. Okay, what are the phylum we already completed? We completed from phylum. We completed phylum Porifera, then phylum Coelenterata, phylum Ctenophora, then we also completed the phylum Platyhelminthes. Next phylum is phylum Aschelminthes. Okay, maybe it sounds like somewhat Aschelminthes, maybe sounding little bit hard to remember and all, but it is easy and you can remember once you understand their features. So phylum Aschelminthes or phylum Nematoda, they are also called as nematodes. They are, another name for this is, it is nematode. Yes, here is the specimen. This is a worm which belongs to the phylum Aschelminthes, that is Ascaris. Okay, it is Ascaris. You can see there's a two worms of Ascaris are there, specimen are there. One is male and female. And this is for this worm. We know that deworming tablets are nowadays are distributed by the government, for especially for the children as well as for the school children, right? This is to prevent the worms which can enter inside the body along with the uncontaminated or unhygienic food and all. So those worms, once they enter into the body or in the intestine and all, they starts to multiply, and they also can cause some of the diseases and can cause some of the health issues. So mainly anemic and all, that are some of the symptoms of that. So to eradicate that, government has initiated that deworming tablets. Let us understand more about this Aschelminthes. What is the another name for this? Already said nematoda. Then one more name is roundworm. Can you say why it is known as a roundworm? It is called as a roundworm because these worms is long, then cylindrical, without any lateral appendages. Okay, they don't have any appendages. Lateral appendages are not present in these organisms. So it looks long, cylindrical, straight, and so if we take the cross section of this, it looks circular. Okay, so the cross section of this worm is circular, so that's why this worm, okay, the Aschelminthes is also called as roundworm, or you can also tell it as a ringworm. Okay, why it is roundworm? Reason is the body of Aschelminthes is circular. The body of Aschelminthes, I'm not writing completely, just take that same word. Body of Aschelminthes is circular in cross section without any lateral cross section. Okay, CS. In short, you can write it as CS. Circular in cross section without any lateral appendages. So it is known as the roundworm. Now let us understand about their habitat. Where can be seen? Okay, it is seen. Which are the regions we can see in that? We can see in aquatic, terrestrial. Aquatic means it's found in water. Terrestrial means which found on land. Then also it is not only as a aquatic or terrestrial animal, it also can find seen as a parasitic in plants as well as animals. It can be also a parasitic animal found in plants and animals. Then let us understand about their characteristic features. Okay, what are the characteristic features apart from this? You have studied that. We have in the beginning of this chapter, we have learned that the organisms are the basis for classification. What are the bases we have considered? that is the body symmetry, then organ system, then many other segmentation, then presence of notochord. Such features are considered for characterizing their body features. So this organism, Aschelminthus, is one of the worm which have the possess of organ system for the first time. In the previous system, phylum and all, the organ system were not present. From here onwards, organ system is present. Then alimentary canal is complete with this. So they got little more advanced than their previous phylum. Then they have organ system, level of organization, symmetry. Which symmetry do they have? This is also one more advanced feature, that bilateral symmetry. They have the bilateral symmetry. Then are they diploblastic or triploblastic? They are triploblastic. They also have a cuticle. Then coelom, about the coelom. The only one phylum to possess the pseudocoelom. It is Aschelminthus, phylum Aschelminthus. They have pseudocoelomate. Their body is made up of, we have studied that, whether the pouches, it's okay. The body cavity is filled with the scattered pouches like structures. Okay, it's not complete. So that's why it is having a pseudocoelomate. The coelom is false coelom here. So that's what the phylum Aschelminthus have is a pseudocoelomate animals. Then about their alimentary canal or digestive system. The alimentary canal is complete here. That is another advanced feature of this. Canal is complete. Okay, how it is complete? See, a complete digestive system means it must start with mouth and it must end with the anus, and between there should be pharynx, intestine like structure should be there. And similarly, these Ascaris also have those similar features. Okay, so here they have the mouth surrounded by the lips. Okay, then there is a pharynx, muscular pharynx also there. Then intestine also seen in their alimentary canal. So alimentary canal is complete with the muscular pharynx. What are those? They have a muscular pharynx. Then intestine also found in that. Okay. Then there is a excretory pore, right? So alimentary canal means, we said in the beginning, or at the beginning we have discussed, a complete digestive system must have a mouth and anus. Also they have an excretory structure. So excretory tube, okay. An excretory tube is, they don't have the kidney, all those structures, but they have the excretory tube. Okay, what is the function of that? What is the function of excretory tube? So it acts as an excretory organ. So it removes the body waste. So an excretory tube removes the body waste. How? From where? It removes the body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Excretory tube removes the body waste from the body cavity through this excretory pore. So there is a small opening is there which act as a excretory pore. So this is why the alimentary canal is complete in case of Aschelminthus, because they have a mouth with the teeth-like structures. Okay, it's not a true teeth, but then there is a pharynx is there which is highly muscular. Then there is an excretory tube is there which removes the body waste from the body cavity through a small excretory pore. Next about there. Okay, so intestine. What about the intestine here? The intestine it is having the muscular structures. Okay, intestine will have the muscles, so it is most developed digestive system. Then nervous system also developed in the case of Aschelminthus. Nervous system, how it is developed? It is having the different nerves running, having different nerves running all along the body. Has a different nerves running along the body. Along the body, there will be like this nervous system also there. Okay, not very well developed as in the case of higher animals, but they have a different nerves which runs along their body. Then which system is remaining? Then they have about the reproduction. So here I have shown the specimen here just now. So we can see there is a male and female ascaris seen. So what is the feature of this then? Whether do they have sexual dimorphism? Yes, they have the sexual dimorphism. They show the sexual dimorphism. So we call it as dioecious, where male and female is separate. They show the distinct male and female body structures. Then they are different. Okay, the male and female also different. So what is the next point? Next point is about their reproduction. So we say that what is that term for if the sexes are separate? It is dioecious, or they show the sexual dimorphism. And in case of Aschelminthus, that is in the case of ascaris, okay, male ascaris usually longer than the female ascaris. Okay, if this is a male ascaris, okay, consider this as the male ascaris. So female ascaris will be more longer than the male ascaris. So this is a male ascaris, this is a female ascaris, as well as male have there is a spicules are there, okay, which helps for their copulation, okay, and as well as they will be curved, okay, so they will have a curved end. The male will have the curved tip with the spicules here, okay, that's the spicule. So female is longer than male in case of ascaris. So sexual dimorphism is present in case of Aschelminthus. Okay, so we say that they are dioecious. Okay, then about the fertilization, internal fertilization, they shows a well marked sexual dimorphism. So there is a internal fertilization if it is, okay. Then development, do they have any larval stage? Okay, they have a direct as well as indirect development. Direct development also there, indirect development. What is the difference with direct and indirect development? Direct development means they will not have any larval stage in them. Okay, the young one will be exactly resembling to the adult. Whereas in the indirect development, there will be a larval stage which will not be resembled to the adult. So, in case of Aschelminthus, okay, they have the direct as well as indirect development. Then, one more thing is that they have this capacity, that is, females can lay up to, how many eggs you know? They can lay up to eggs in a day. That is one of the special features. So up to 2 lakhs of 2 lakhs eggs per day they can produce. That is another special feature of this phylum Aschelminthus. Okay, so you got cleared about the phylum Aschelminthus. So phylum Aschelminthus, it is also called as nematodes or roundworm. Why it is known as roundworm? Because their body is circular in cross section and they are long, cylindrical without any lateral appendages. Then their habitat, they are found in aquatic habitat. They are also seen in the terrestrial habitat. They are also found as a parasitic even on both plants and as well as on animals. Then about their features, characteristic features, they show organ system level of organization, they show bilateral symmetry, then they are triploblastic. Okay, so organ system, one example you can see that digestive system is complete. Okay, the nervous system also have developed. Then about triploblastic, they show the bilateral symmetry. Remember, the first phylum to possess the organ system level of organization is from Aschelminthus. From Aschelminthus onwards, they started to possess the organ system level of organization. Then they are pseudocoelomates. That means the scattered pouches are present in the body coelom. Then alimentary canal is complete with the mouth, then there is a highly muscular pharynx and then highly muscular intestine, and there is a excretory tube is there which removes all the waste from the body through an excretory pore. Then their nervous system, they have a nerves, different nerves will be running all along their body. Then about their reproduction, see, they are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. Male and female body, other male and female are distinct. They show sexual dimorphism. And mainly here, in case of Ascaris, okay, Ascaris, in that males will be smaller than the female Ascaris, and male have a ventrally curved tail with their pineal spicules, and they follow the internal fertilization. There will be direct development as well as indirect development also seen. Then one more feature is that, examples. Let us discuss some of the examples. Examples, one is Ascaris. Okay, that's complete scientific name is Ascaris lumbricoides. Then there is a filariasis. You might have heard about the disease filariasis, that is Anekaluroga. That disease is caused by a worm which belongs to this Aschelminthus, that is Wuchereria branchofti. Okay, it is not Wuchereria. Okay, it is Wuchereria. Wuchereria, Wuchereria, filaria worm. Then hookworm, Ankylostoma duodenale. So these are the three examples. Examples are Ascaris lumbricoides, Wuchereria branchofti, then Ankylostoma duodenale. Another simple term for this Ascaris is roundworm. Then one more is filaria worm. Then third one, Ankylostome is the hookworm. So these are the three examples for this phylum Aschelminthus. The next phylum is, what's the next phylum after Aschelminthus? Next phylum is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida, which have the segmented body, which shows the segmentation all over the body. So it is having the segmentation. So it is called as phylum Annelida. So next phylum is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida. So what are the features of this phylum Annelida? Okay, first let us understand about their peculiarity. Here they are segmented. Body is segmented body. all over the body, they have the segments. That repeating units are there, which are called as metameres. They are called as metameres, or in case of earthworm, it is called as setae. Okay. Next, what about the other features? Why it is? What are the other features? Habitat. Any phylum, let us start with the studying about their habitat. They are like Aschelminthus, they are also terrestrial. Then they also can be seen in aquatic habitat. Then also seen as, sometimes they are parasitic. Okay, even the same habitat of the Aschelminthus. They can be terrestrial, they can be seen in aquatic region also. They can be they can seen as a parasitic. And this phylum Annelida, one of the ancient worms. It is considered as one of the ancient worm. Then let us understand about their main characteristic features. So obviously they have the organ system level of organization. Then do they have the diploblastic or triploblastic? They are triploblastic in organization. Then bilateral symmetry, triploblastic in organization. Then bilateral symmetry. The bilateral symmetry from Aschelminthus, they have this bilateral symmetry. Then what are the other features? They have main important, a characteristic feature of this is metamerically segmented body. They have the metameres. That means body is completely made up of many smaller metameres. So what is that? Each unit is called as, that phenomenon is called as metamerism. You can expect a question. What is metamerism? Metamerism is phenomenon of repeating the units, okay, found in the phylum Annelida. Then the next feature about they are coelomate animals. They are not acoelomate, they are not pseudocoelomate, they are coelomate animals. Then so organ system level of organization, they are triploblastic in nature. They have the bilateral symmetry. Then they show the metamerism in their body. Then they are coelomate. Then next is body is distinctly marked into segment. Body is distinctly marked into segment. So that's why even they have this regeneration capacity. Even if they lose any body parts, they can regenerate. So body distinctly marked into segments. Okay, so that's why its name is Annelida. That means annulus. Each unit is called as annulus. Okay, body surface is distally marked into segments or metameres. Okay. So these are the main features of phylum Annelida. So remaining features we will study in the next video.